In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on July 13, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Chicago Cubs versus New York Yankees. The Chicago Cubs sitting at 56-39, and the New York Yankees, with a 53-42 record, are wrapping up their 3-game interleague series on Sunday. This matchup looks like one the Yankees might let slip away. They've dropped out of first place in the American League East and could lose their edge heading into the All-Star break. The Cubs are throwing Imanaga, a guy who really deserved an All-Star nod but didn't get enough starts under his belt this year. He's only making his 12th outing. Crow Armstrong and Tucker have been solid performers for Chicago, facing off against a pitcher whose earned run average is way higher. Warren's earned run average sits 1.9 points above Imanaga's for the Cubs. Sure, the Yankees get that home field edge, but Warren isn't someone I'd bet on confidently. His 4.70 earned run average and 1.4 WHIP don't inspire much trust. He's walked 10 batters over his last 14.2 innings, which is a red flag. Imanaga hasn't pitched a ton this season, but when he does, he's been lights out, posting a 2.8 earned run average and 0.98 WHIP. On the road, in 33.2 innings, he's got a sharp 1.34 ERA and holds hitters to a .189 average. The Cubs bats can keep pace with the Yankees, and they've got a clear advantage with their starter. As our first pick for this matchup, the Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. The Yankees have been hitting the over hard as they approach the All-Star break, cashing it in 12 of their last 13 games before Sunday. Their offense packs a punch. Everyone knows Aaron Judge is a beast, but Chisholm, Goldschmidt, and Bellinger have stepped up big this year too. With Warren starting for the Yankees and his earned run average at 4.7, he's bound to surrender some runs to this Cubs batting order. Remember, the Cubs gave up 11 runs to the Yanks in the series opener. Even though both squads are in the top 10 for team earned run average across the league, they're also the top 2 offenses when it comes to putting up runs. The first 2 games of this series saw 18 runs total, and looking back, the over has split even at 5-5 in their last 10 meetings. For the Cubs, the over has hit in 6 of their last 10 games overall, with them scoring 5 or more runs in 6 of those. The Yankees, they've gone over in 9 of their past 10, racking up an insane 69 runs during that stretch. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Tampa Bay Rays versus Boston Red Sox. It's the wrap-up of the last series before the All-Star break, featuring 2 American League East teams both aiming to build some steam. The Tampa Bay Rays are facing off against the Boston Red Sox in the finale of their 4-game series on Sunday afternoon at Fenway Park. On top of chasing a 4-game sweep today, the Red Sox have owned this season's head-to-head, holding a 7-2 edge over the Rays. It doesn't bode well for Tampa that their starter, Pepiot, has faltered badly against Boston before, like that mid-April game where he gave up 6 runs on 9 hits and 2 walks in just 6 innings. Away from home this year, Pepiot's sitting at 1-3 with a 3.72 earned run average across 7 starts. The Red Sox are tough at Fenway, going 29-20 there, and no American League team has piled up more than their 275 runs at home. They're also right near the top with a .267 batting average in their park. Boston's Bello has been solid at home, 4-2 with a 3.38 earned run average, and in his past 4 starts there, he's posted a 2.52 earned run average while racking up 20 strikeouts. The Rays rank 7th in the league with 204 runs on the road, but they've dropped 9 of their last 12 away games. Boston's dominated lately, winning 8 of the past 10 against this divisional foe, and they'd sure love to cap the first half with a bang. The Rays have been in a rough patch heading into this, losing 9 of their last 12 games, while the Red Sox are riding high on their best streak of the the season with 8 straight wins. Bellows picked up victories in his last 2 outings and just tossed a complete game in his most recent one. Pepiot's been okay overall but inconsistent lately, and Tampa's hitters have been leaving guys stranded, especially with runners in scoring position. They've stranded at least 6 runners in 8 of their 10 games this month. Boston's got all the momentum rolling their way in this spot. It was a little concerning to watch the Red Sox offense slow down a bit, but they still managed to handle the Rays, and now they've got Bello on the mound, who's stepped up his game at home this year. Pepiot's had real trouble against Boston so far in 2025, and I figure the Red Sox keep building on that and extend their win streak one more time. As our first pick for this matchup, the Boston Red Sox money line is our full game side pick. This series has been nail-biter stuff between these two, with every one of the 3 games so far decided by a single run. The unders cashed in 2-0-1, as they've averaged just 5.7 runs combined per game. Tampa's bats have gone cold over the past couple weeks, putting up 3 runs or fewer in 9 of their last 17 outings. They've got Pepiot starting, and the right-hander's been stingy, allowing 2 runs or less in 7 of his past 9 starts, so he could keep Boston quiet early on. The Red Sox offense exploded during their win streak, but it's tapered off in this series, scraping by with only 1 run in Sunday's win. Bello's been on fire lately and is coming off his first career complete game, looking to keep that going. The unders hit in 6 of the last 10 meetings between them, with 3 pushes. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Marlins versus Baltimore Orioles. The Miami Marlins, at 43-51, and the Baltimore Orioles, also 43-51, are set to wrap up their 3-game interleague series this Sunday. The Marlins are on a roll lately, coming off an 8-game win streak, and they've grabbed victories in each of their past 3 games when Perez takes the mound. They're building on that solid 6-0 shutout from Saturday, where Xavier Edwards smacked his first homer of the year, and Kyle Stowers earned his spot as a first-time All-Star. Perez has been dealing for Miami in his recent outings, surrendering just 1 run across his last 11 innings on the hill, picking up wins against Cincinnati and Minnesota along the way. Meanwhile, the Orioles are stumbling toward the All-Star break, and Gunnar Henderson probably feels snubbed after missing out on selection. His hot start cooled off as the Orioles find themselves dead last. Brandon Young isn't a regular in their rotation, and he's stuck within 0-3 mark this season. Miami's been tough to beat as road underdogs, going 7-3 in their last 10 away games in that spot. The Orioles have scraped together some wins thanks to better pitching lately, but with rookie Brandon Young on the bump, he's too shaky to count on. He won't shut down much from the Marlins bats in this one. Without that pitching boost carrying them, Baltimore's not likely to scratch out the win they desperately need. Yeah, you could make an argument for the Orioles holding serve at home, but Brandon Young just isn't the kind of arm I'd trust in a series closer if I'm riding with Baltimore. Feels like he's not quite ready for the big leagues yet. Yuri Perez has turned things around in his latest starts, and I see Miami snagging another victory with him delivering a solid performance to take the series. As our first pick for this matchup, the Miami Marlins money line is our full game side pick. The Marlins have seen the under hit in most of their recent games, with a 2-7-1 over-under mark in their last 10. The Orioles aren't far off, sitting at 2-6 on the over-under in their past 8. Neither side is lighting up the scoreboard this year, especially not in the last stretch. Even if one team gets hot and scores a bit more than usual, the other's weak hitting will keep things in check. This one shapes up as a low-key affair heading into the All-Star break. Both offenses are middling at best. Baltimore ranks 20th in runs scored, and Miami's just a spot behind at 21st. They've split the first couple games of the series, and neither is going to push hard for a big effort right before the time off. Yuri Perez has stepped up for the Marlins, holding teams to a single run over his last 11 innings combined. Young starting for Baltimore, and he managed to limit a tough Mets lineup to 2 runs in his previous turn. With the break looming, these clubs will ease into it with a game that stays under the radar in terms of scoring. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Colorado Rockies versus Cincinnati Reds. On Sunday afternoon, the Colorado Rockies, sitting at 22-72 and dead last in the National League West, face off against the Cincinnati Reds, who are 48-47 and holding 4th in the National League Central in the finale of their 3-game series at Great American Ballpark. The Colorado Rockies pick up a win every now and then, but they haven't shown any real signs of turning things around, dropping 5 out of their last 7 games. Their road performance is downright awful, with a record that's 24 games under .500 away from home. On the flip side, the Cincinnati Reds have grabbed victories in 2 of their past 3 heading into Saturday. On top of that, Rockies starter Austin Gomber has been getting lit up lately. The experienced lefty has given up 16 runs across his last 19.1 innings on the mound. He's had a tough time against the Reds in particular, posting a rough 5.17 earned run average over 31.1 innings against them. The Rockies haven't won a single one of his past 4 starts. Cincinnati's Nick Martinez hasn't exactly been sharp in recent outings either, but his team has still managed to win 3 of his last 4 turns. Plus, 5 of the Reds' past 6 wins came by at least 2 runs. I've mentioned it over and over this year. Betting on the Rockies is just a lousy idea. We're dealing with one of the all-time worst teams in baseball history. Gomber's only logged 24.1 innings this season, and in that time, he's let up 33 hits and 16 earned runs. That's a hard pass for me. Martinez has been easy to hit all year, coughing up 14 runs in his most recent 11.2 innings. But come on, it's the Rockies we're talking about. If there's any matchup where Martinez can get back on track, this is it. I'll stick to fading Colorado. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cincinnati Reds to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. 2 out of the 3 games these teams played earlier this season in Colorado stayed under the total runs. Both lineups sit in the lower half of the league in key hitting stats, like the Rockies ranking 26th in batting average, so neither side is likely to rack up runs in a hurry. Colorado has struggled to score more than 3 runs in 4 of their last 6 games overall, and that stretched to 4 straight on the road. The Reds pitchers have held their own at home this season, putting up a solid 3.82 earned run average and a 1.18 WHIP. Gomber's actually been decent away from Coors Field lately, with a tidy 2.55 earned run average and a WHIP below 1 in his previous 3 road starts. Martinez has been tough on the Rockies, allowing just 1 earned run and 3 hits over his last 6.1 innings against them. All in all, this looks like it'll be a low-scoring game in Cincinnati on Sunday. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Mariners versus Detroit Tigers. On Sunday, the Seattle Mariners are set to face off against the Detroit Tigers at Comerica Park. The Tigers have put together a really strong first half of the season and then some, heading into this final game before the All-Star break with a solid lead in the American League Central. Jack Flaherty hit a rough patch in June, but he's turned things around over the past couple of weeks. In his most recent 2 outings, he's given up 5 runs over 11.1 innings and racked up 17 strikeouts, though he's ended up with no decisions both times. On the other side, Logan Gilbert's been sliding lately. He got roughed up by the Yankees in his last start, and now he's up against another tough lineup. Detroit took a beating in the series opener, but I think they bounce back and handle things here. As our first pick for this matchup, the Detroit Tigers money line is our full game side pick. Neither of these starters has been consistent for long stretches, mixing in some rough outings between the good ones. Gilbert surrendered 14 runs across his last 4 starts and hasn't been reliable on the road at all this year. His track record against the guys in Detroit's lineup doesn't look promising either. I'm counting on Flaherty to hold it together for the most part tomorrow, even though he's got a real test ahead with the Mariners' bats. Seattle ranks up there as one of the best road offenses in the league, and they exploded for 12 runs in the first game of this series. Logan Gilbert gets a chance to steady himself in this Sunday afternoon matchup. In his previous start last week, he allowed 5 runs on 7 hits plus a couple of walks. That's the 3rd time in his past 4 turns that he's given up at least 4 runs, and over those 20.1 innings, he's posted a shaky 6.2 earned run average while getting tagged for 5 homers. The over has hit in each of the Mariners' last 5 road games, and it's cashed in 6 of their past 9 against teams from the American League Central. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.